Good morning. It is a lovely Monday morning here. I'm actually in Crowborough in East Sussex at the moment, heading back to Tunbridge Wells in Kent. I have started my morning as a new plan, a new direction of how I'm going to start my mornings. I'm going to get up just before 8 o'clock, do my affirmations / meditation, and then I'm pretty much going to go to the gym. I want to get my morning routine done and down to an hour or so, an hour or two, actually be close to 2 hours. By 10 o'clock most days I want to be back or heading back home and getting on with other things, sort of have my protein shake, walk the dog, and then get on with work. So this is day 21 of the video challenge series, and as day 21 I've been having a think about what to leave you guys on. However, it's not going to be left for long because obviously doing what I do and on social media a lot, it's not going to be the last video I ever do for you guys, to give you guys some value and to let you know what's on my mind and what I've been learning, how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and how that may benefit you in your lives. So what's on my mind today is living, and this will be the topic, living in the here and now. So I've been thinking about the here and now, and you may notice that I'm talking slower than usual because it's come to my attention, as well as being said, critiqued through videos and when I'm doing coaching, that, and I know this, I talk fast, I talk very quickly, and I sometimes miss up words, I get them muddled round, and I'm trying to get the information out. I kind of feel like sometimes it's just like channeling stuff, because if I plan something and try and script something out, it never kind of comes out as well, or it's not engaging with you guys, because I can't just stand there looking at something. And when you're on videos and you're blatantly like looking at something, I think it kind of loses its value somewhat. So by slowing things down, I realise, well, actually that means I'm going to be more appreciative for the here and now and what I've got today, and concentrate on each day, looking back on the blessings of the day that you've just had, and not worrying, apart from your goals, not worrying too much about and kind of forecasting the future too much. So what does it really mean to me? Well, living in the here and now means you can slow down, appreciate exactly where you are and what you're doing. I mean, this is easy for me because of the lifestyle that I lead. I have the time and the freedom to kind of choose when I do what I do. For instance, if I'm going to help someone out and do something, I can kind of say, well, okay, I can do that at this time. I don't have a 9 to 5, I don't have an employer that's kind of breathing down my neck. And that brought me on to thinking of something this morning when I went to do a job for somebody to help them out. And I sat there in this office, and it reminded me of when I did recruitment, and being up at sort of 6:45 this morning and then driving somewhere. I was sort of stuck in the rush hour, and this is at 7 o'clock in the morning. People are queuing to get places. That's not the school run, that's people going to work and stuff. And it kind of made me feel very grateful for the fact that, you know, I've been getting up at kind of like 9, 10 o'clock, and sometimes still stay in bed and stick on some meditation music and stuff, and will continue to lie in bed whilst I'm doing that, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 40, 50 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling. If I consciously wake up, and that's when, before you go to bed and when you wake up, is when your subconscious mind is at its most pliable. So that's when the time for doing things to do with gratitude and some of those feminine energies is great for that self-development, because that's the time when your mind's going to take it in the most. And also, by taking it in the most, you're going to get the most benefit out of it. So I do that, and I will consciously kind of come round, and I always come round now. I wake up before I open my eyes, where I was just used to kind of remember opening my eyes and then going back to sleep. So I'm getting more and more into the habit of when I wake up, I actually wake up. I don't kind of try and snooze a couple of times and then get up. That's actually really bad for your body. So, living in the here and now and being appreciative for opening my eyes and then going to the gym and getting my body moving, so then of course then it's to do with moving into action taking, so that's my masculine energy kicking in. I bet you can probably hardly not hear me because the window's open, and if that was the case for the last 5 minutes, then I apologise. So I'm kind of ticking off the boxes of waking up with gratitude, doing some I am affirmations and putting some self-loving, being appreciative of if you jump in the shower, thank you for having one animal, just little thoughts to yourself, just appreciating things and just slowing down. I used to always be late, and I don't tend to. I lived in Spain for 10 years, and so Spanish mentality, it kind of rubbed off on me, and I still live on Spanish time because it's mañana. Everything can get done tomorrow. So I kind of still adopt that, where I don't like being kind of rushed or hurried. So, but I do rush around and stuff myself, and if I am going to be late and stuff, I get quite stressed about it, and I don't deal with stress in my life very well. If I had the normal everyday stresses that the average person has these days, and in business and in work and with children, I don't really know what I would do. So hat off and credit to each and every one of you for what you have to put up with on a daily basis, and what you cope with and how you go about it. Because I've been, for so long now, I've been so spiritually attuned to kind of be sensitive to feelings and how my mind and my inner chatter works and how it serves me, that if I'm not sort of really over the top, as in 110% kind of on point with making sure that even a look or a comment from people or a message, it can kind of manifest with me, whereas most people might be able to just kind of shrug it off. You've probably got more important things, whereas the energy and the vibration that I'm at and what I'm giving off and the quality of my thinking is everything to me, and everything in my way of life, and in my life at the moment. So it just means that I can then be mindful and give quality value back, and then in turn hope that other people start to think a little bit differently about what's going on. So with energy and living in the here and now, kind of just looking at those flowers and kind of saying, wow, aren't they pretty, aren't they beautiful? Not being afraid to kind of say the things internally and externally which could really make an impact and a difference on the surroundings around you. Saying thank you, smiling at strangers, kind of having that spring in your step. And if you don't have that spring in your step, be mindful of your physiology, and by that I mean what's your body doing, what's your body language doing. And if you do feel a bit and you feel yourself a bit, shoulders are a bit inwards, head's a bit down, just imagine and create an anchor for yourself, a happy thought, and how that makes you feel, like when your adrenaline rushes, it, whatever that is for you. For me, it could be finding out you're going to be a dad, or a moment with a loved one or a friend that you remember that really made you laugh, or made you have that euphoric kind of adrenaline rush. So if you anchor that and you can harness it at your will and think to yourself, well, how would someone feeling in a great mood, or how would I feel if I was confident, not afraid of a situation, or happier? And you feel yourself just with a big deep breath, feel yourself kind of fill up, even have a stretch, do something like a clap or something, and sort of, right, your body knows, right, something's happening, you're getting ready for something, and immediately you kind of feel a fog kind of lift a little, and you'll feel yourself being more confident. It raises your vibration ever so what, you're alert, you're at attention, and your body's like, something's happening. So that is great. Try it. Let me know in the comments. I don't have a great deal of questions that I ask you guys for you to engage with me, but please do try it for yourself. Take 3 deep breaths, fill your chest up, give it a clap, throw your arms around, shake your head a bit. Yes, yes, away we go. It works, it really, really works. And so appreciate every moment a little bit more than what you have been. Slow what you're doing down, and be prepared maybe at sometimes. If you find yourself that you're a bit hurried by life and you're rushing around and that gets stressful, get up a little bit earlier, go to bed a little bit earlier. Started reading a new book, and that's probably where my train of thought slightly changed already after just reading one chapter. Because self-development never stops, guys, and then passing it on should never stop either. So, we've been 11 minutes in. Absolute pleasure serving you for the 21 days. It's actually been longer than that because some of them were lives. The odd day was there would be 2 videos on one day, and so they got stretched out. But the intention's there, the captions are there. So I look forward to continually having videos and shares, and I'm going to start writing stories more. So I will bid you farewell. Have a brilliant Monday. And if you're sat in an office and you feel like a bit of a caged animal, and you've gone back to the office and you sat there like I was reminiscing this morning, think about what you're doing and what it really serves you to be there, and what is it that you actually want. What is your goal? You know, you're in this office, you're living for the weekends, you love Fridays, you hate Mondays, and then you're going to work all week or for X amount of years on X amount of pay for a little bit of holiday. For what? If any of what I said to you resonates with you ever so slightly, especially when it comes to the work and being trapped or feeling that you want to do more, there are tons of options these days, and there's a few options that I do myself at the moment to give myself the lifestyle that I lead and I want to lead. And then I've got my goals and my intentions and where I want that to lead for me. And so it takes a bit of time and steps to actually get there. So reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you, give you just a couple of tools that maybe you could use to kind of search within yourself a little bit more about what it is you want to do, how you want to get there. Not being intrusive or kind of telling you what to do. It's just we all have in our own minds, we have blind spots. So sometimes someone else that kind of understands or knows or is living their life a little bit differently can kind of just say 1 or 2 things that really kind of can make the difference. And it's about quality of life. We've only got one life. And so this is why I try to develop myself as much as possible so that I can then pass on what I know, what works for me and what I'm being coached to do and become, so that I can then help impact and change other people's lives as well. So, take care, speak to you all soon, and please reach out, comment, share, like. Every little helps. We could make a positive ripple effect, and something that I've said today might resonate with somebody, and I'm sure it will. But don't let it resonate in silence. Reach out, connect, and it could change your life. Have a great day.